Hello, this is our supply chain project for Management of Supply Chain 6205 for Dr. Adams' class 2016 spring semester. The team members include Aaron Crouch, Lacey Eakes, Jimmy No, Brett Levicki, Joshua Samora, and myself, Keith Gonzalez. Our project will be on Starbucks. Here is our agenda. Each team member will be discussing each section in more detail. We will start with the company history, structure of the company, the role of supply chain strategies and techniques, planning for success, and then we will conclude.
Supply chain is made up of plan, source, make, and deliver. And everything you see in the store comes through our supply chain.
Starbucks is involved in the journey of the bean all the way from planting it in the coffee farm to brewing that perfect cup of coffee and delivering it to our customer.
I'm outrageously proud of the coffee that we make. You can't buy better coffee.
We are enabling that experience, that Starbucks experience, to happen.
Here at Starbucks, we make a lot of coffee.
Planning in our supply chain involves planning everything from raw materials through manufacturing to our retail markets.
The coffee department sources the best coffee in the world for us to then roast and package.
Starbucks has one of the most unique distribution channels with the number of daily deliveries as well as the multiple temperature requirements. That's complexity.
My job here is to make sure that every coffee we get, all of the products we buy, we manufacture, we distribute are ethically and environmentally responsible. Sustainability is about good business.
So Starbucks makes the coffee, but we also work with the manufacturers of the cups and the napkins,
Cocoa, tea,
The lunch, the dairy items,
everything that you could possibly think of that's in a store.
our deliver team makes it all happen.
being creative, taking risks with new ideas is how you make your career.
What makes working at Starbucks so special to me is the sense of family and the passion for what we're doing. We're not making widgets, we're making the best coffee in the world.
A little bit about the company, profile, and history. Starbucks was established in 1971 in Seattle, Washington. The name was inspired by the popular novel Moby Dick. In the novel, Starbuck was the name of the first mate of the whale ship Pequod, in which coffee traders would come into town and trade coffee. Their president and CEO, Howard Schultz, has been the face of Starbucks since its inception in the mid-70s. Starbucks' mission statement is to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Starbucks in 2006 launched its initial public offering. Since then, they have reached a record high market cap of $70 billion in 2015. Starbucks also owns a number of subsidiaries: Tivana, Seattle's Best Coffee, Tazo Tea, and Ethos Water. As of June 2015, there are 22,519 Starbucks shops worldwide. You can actually get over 87,000 different possible drink combinations at Starbucks. And now, we will be discussing a little bit about the company structure.
Starbucks is structured to provide high-quality coffees, teas, and other beverages along with fresh food items. From their headquarters near their first store in Seattle, the Starbucks company oversees operations from their company-owned standalone restaurants and licensed, usually kiosk stores. Slightly over 20% of Starbucks' fiscal year 2014 revenues came from a combination of licensed stores, those kiosks that are not owned by the company, seen in airports and grocery stores, and from consumer products sold outside of Starbucks stores, such as bottled drinks and coffee beans. The remaining majority of revenue comes from the company-owned retail stores, which are standalone stores usually in high-traffic areas. These stores are run by a local store manager who, in the United States at least, is overseen by a district manager, a regional manager, and a senior vice president based in Seattle reporting directly to the CEO. All employees, down to cashiers and baristas, are considered partners to establish their importance to the brand. Starbucks differentiates itself from competitors by developing an emotional connection with the brand to the consumers and by providing high-quality products that are sourced ethically. The ethical sourcing component of their strategy folds into the design of their supply chain.
The role of supply chain at Starbucks. The role of supply chain and proper function of it drastically impacts the bottom line at Starbucks. Ensuring its supply chain helps reduce the risk that product or beans will not be available and that they will be able to get the highest quality beans they desire at a competitive price. Starbucks has to ensure this in order to maintain its massive growth. Centralized systems at Starbucks. Starbucks' most important component to its supply chain is fresh coffee, which it sources itself from around the globe across 19 different countries. This allows Starbucks to have quality raw materials, which are then shipped to one of 6 roasting, manufacturing, and packaging plants strategically placed to reduce shipping costs and timelines. These centralized systems allow Starbucks to run a very effective supply chain and have direct input on their products while making sure they are all prepared the same way. Enterprise risk management. Starbucks supply chain has recently incorporated an enterprise risk management program so they can track and identify trends that might upset their supply chain and prevent the company from servicing its stores. The ERM system was developed to pinpoint macro trends early on so solutions can be found before there are major issues. The program addresses risk factors like supply interruptions, financial volatility, and geographical events that could hamper its operations. Sustainable operations. The green and sustainable supply chain at Starbucks tries to balance supply chain demands with its green and sustainable corporate practices, which include maintaining quality while buying responsibly grown, ethically traded coffee. This includes responsible coffee purchasing practices, providing farmer support centers, farmer loan programs, and forest conservation. In 2015, Starbucks achieved a milestone of 99% ethically sourced coffee. Established in 2004, the company's Coffee and Farmer Equity, or CAFE, is a set of sustainability standards established for the coffee industry and verified by third-party experts. The standards help farmers grow coffee in ways that are better for both people and the planet. Starbucks is also focused on running their supply chain in a way that does the least amount of harm on the planet. They are currently working to reduce their environmental footprint through energy and water conservation, recycling, and green construction. They have also taken steps to make all of their cups recyclable. To further the recycled cups will be made into paper napkins used in the stores. This adds to the complexity of the supply chain. Managing such a diverse supply chain of sustainable coffee also gives Starbucks a competitive advantage, providing value to the company. Other coffee chains have trouble competing with Starbucks to purchase and select the finest quality beans from sustainable sources. The company does not outsource its procurement to ensure the highest quality standards from the point of selection of the beans. Agents travel to Asia, Latin America, and Africa for the procurement of the high-grade raw materials. Innovation. Starbucks supply chain is unique due to its constant innovation. The Starbucks app allows customers to order and pay for their drinks even before arriving at the store. This simplifies the ordering process and gives the baristas extra time to prepare drinks without the customer standing over them while they are making them. Starbucks services over 60 million customers per week, so anything that makes the ordering process easier could result in huge savings for Starbucks.
When Starbucks realized its sales were decreasing while operational costs were rising, it set out to reinvent its supply chain. The first step Starbucks took was to organize its supply chain into 4 basic functions: plan, source, make, and deliver. Production planning, replenishment, or new product launches were placed together into planning. Procurement of coffee and non-coffee products were lumped together into sourcing. Manufacturing would be placed into making. Transportation and delivery were placed into the delivery category. Next, Starbucks concentrated on improving efficiency and cutting costs. It analyzed contract prices, quality, and timeliness to create should-cost models, which it used to negotiate prices with suppliers. Production plants were strategically located within different regions to save on logistic costs and to better serve regional customers. Suppliers were also assessed using a supplier scorecard. This was done to improve the performance of suppliers. Finally, Starbucks planned for the future expansion of its supply chain by creating an internship program which targeted the top 10% of university students interested in supply chain or logistics. Starbucks also invested on educating and training existing employees.
Planning for success. In this slide, we will address the question, how does supply chain management contribute to the success of the organization? Starbucks planning involves everything from raw materials to manufacturing to retail stores. Being creative and taking risks is Starbucks' plan for success. So first, we will start with the status of Starbucks. Starbucks is in a mature stage of its life cycle. It was founded over 20 years ago and it has experienced rapid growth in the last 2 decades. However, within the last few years, its growth has slowed and has even had to close locations. Following this, a statement by the CFO, Troy Alstead, said, "We clearly hit a wall and didn't do very well in the 2007 and 2008 time period. From here forward, we will grow via Seattle's best coffee and consumer products. There's less investment for each dollar of revenue." So from there, Starbucks planned a new growth strategy, more revenue with lower cost. Starbucks did this by closing 900 stores and eliminating 34,000 jobs. Starbucks' new strategy is to refocus on some of the areas that decrease risk and upfront investment. This includes expanding foreign stores with aid of partnerships that share risk and cost, selling VIA instant coffee and other products in retail and convenience stores, and reinvigorating the Seattle's best brand coffee. This type of supply chain contributes to the success of the organization by providing Starbucks with a competitive advantage over its competition. VIA instant coffee will be a low-cost and convenient alternative to Starbucks regular coffee, and it is still unique from other products in the market. International partnerships increase challenges and advantages by holding less financial risk and opening doors for innovation and stability. A new value chain with international development added upstream to allow for international markets to develop new products that better suit their cultures that could potentially add value to the U.S. market, as well as the green tea latte developed in Japan's Starbucks. Added downstream is online storefront customization that would allow you to create a profile online, order online, and create new drinks. Also added is a mobile app that could locate Starbucks locations near you and put in drink orders before you even make it to that location, which in turn add value to the customers.
Going forward, Starbucks must continue to leverage its global upstream position, in which its plantations are located in 19 different countries, while leveraging its centralized manufacturing system to continue to help reduce shipping costs and lead deliverability times. This will aid in its ability to remain competitive and innovative for the downstream market while ensuring the organization can meet risk management obligations through quality sustainability. As my team previously pointed out, Starbucks must remain uniquely positioned and innovative. In order to do so, the company must win with its partners by investing for growth. Additionally, it needs to optimize the portfolio by bringing in premium to the coffee category, creating a fulfilling new occasional process which includes morning, lunch, afternoon, and evening focuses into its stores and enhances super premium tea expertise. Another item is extending the portfolio. Starbucks must grow internationally by leveraging its robust supply chain into new international markets like China and Japan. Expanding the customer products group category is a necessity for Starbucks to remain leveraged against the market share. 80% of the U.S. coffee occasions occur outside of coffee shops, which proves to be an exciting opportunity for growth. This opportunity can be enhanced by Starbucks' ability to leverage its unique assets position, which is about 500 signature aisles in grocery stores. This can additionally be supported by its innovative product efforts to grow into K-Cups and roast and ground premium markets. Lastly, the digital age. As it pertains to the digital app revolution, Starbucks must maintain its ability to provide customers with a streamlined ability to locate stores and review menus. That said, engaging the customers by providing opportunities for mobile pay and delivery will be something that Starbucks will offer in the future, which will enhance its ability to remain speedy, convenient, which overall adds to the strong global supply chain network that Starbucks currently has. The result of Starbucks' strong supply chain optimization efforts leads to very robust earnings, which basically speak for themselves. With opportunities on the horizon to capitalize on 80% of the coffee occasions which occur outside of the typical coffee shop, there's no limit to how successful this organization can be. Hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you all for watching.